y'all.
Hey, what's up?
So, my husband and I, for those of you that don't know, this is my husband. Do you want to use your name or you just want to be referred to as husband?
I'm Eric.
And I am Lashana. And we have decided to do a podcast together. We are going to be talking about marriage, some current events, not a lot, because I know my husband is not really into the whole current events thing.
I could probably talk about my thoughts about that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be
into the whole.
But I mean, that's what we're going to do with this round table talk.
You don't want to talk about Cardi B and dropping it like it's hot and stuff.
If the conversation goes there and I have some thoughts about it, I don't know all that, but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go.
Okay, so
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to
talk about.
Okay, so we are going to be taking questions from. A lot of the questions are going to come from the people who are already members of the channel. So if you're members of the channel, you'll be able to ask us a lot of questions. Of course, other people will be also, but the bulk of the questions that we'll be answering is from people who are members of the channel. We're going to be having some Zoom meetings also for the members. That will be fun. Maybe we can do like an hour Zoom or whatever and sit
dinner on Zoom
or lunch or whatever. Yeah, it can be. Well, on the weekends it can be dinner. Yeah, because you'll be at work. So that's primarily it. We just wanted to kind of do this as a introduction to the podcast.
So let's just introduce ourselves.
Okay, so I am Lashana Brown. I am 56 years old.
Go girl. I got me an older woman there.
I'm 56 years old. I am a wife, a mother. I have we have two adult children, and we have 6 grandchildren. And
6 and counting.
Okay, 6 and counting, because they still young. And we have Gizmo, and everybody knows Gizmo is our little doggy. He is 7, I think.
Yeah, he's at home right now.
Yeah, he's 7.
One of these.
He's ultra cute. And so we have been married since 2013. We met when we were
12.
No, we were 17? 16? No, you were 16 and I was 17?
It was 2012.
No, babe, we did not meet in 2012.
No, not met.
No, it was 2011 when we got back together, because my mom passed in 2011. So we got together early in 2011 because she passed late in 2011. Do you remember us getting?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we first met when we were, I think, 16 and 17.
Yeah. So
I think he was 16 and I was 17. I had just graduated from high school, and he was a senior.
On my way.
He was a senior in high school. We met at church. We both grew up in the church. We were both, like very serious Baptist church kids, where we went to church.
Oh, this is really
church. Okay, that's how we met, in church.
Church.
So, 2013, we got married. And
wow, you skipped the whole generation there.
Yeah, because there's a whole generation that we were not together.
Yeah, that's true, but...
Okay, so I had another husband. before. This is my second husband.
Another wife.
I'm his second wife. But I'm gonna let him, he can tell that's his story. But yeah, there was a huge gap. We met, we were together, he went into the military, but he can tell that part. And then we wasn't together, then I got married, he got married, I had kids, he don't have no kids. And then 2011, we got back together.
And the rest is history.
Okay, so it's your turn.
No, I'm Eric Brown. Yeah, we did meet at church. And that's where, I guess, if anything, that's where we really found out about each other. Because we were kind of going together a little bit because she was enamored with me when I got there. It's my turn. So I get there. I know absolutely nothing about the goings.
Don't lie, okay?
I know nothing about the goings on of how church functions and things like that. And so me going in naive like that, whatever things came up, I was like, well, that's what church people do. So
when you laugh. When you laugh like that, you about to go. Just go. I'm gonna let you tell your lie. Go ahead.
I'm there. Just new in the church and just kind of taking it all in. Now, okay, let's get this clear. I didn't really want to be there at the time, but it was interesting because there was a lot of people that were my age, and so it was more inviting. And I was really, speaking of inviting, really invited by
here we go
a young lady. She came up to me and she marched. It was almost like,
is this necessary? Is this part necessary though?
It was almost like there was this crowd behind her. She was marching up, and I was kind of like, what's gonna happen? And she said, oh, my name is LaShawna Williams, and you're gonna be a part of this. I'm the president of the youth department. And she rattled off all of her titles and all of her qualities. I'm a member of the usher board, I'm in the choir, I'm in the youth department. She went through all that, and you're gonna be that, so give me your number. Okay. It's fun. I tease about that all the time because it's true. Anyway,
it wasn't really like the way he's saying it was though, and obviously he must have liked it. He ended up marrying me some 20 some odd years later. So
we did a lot. I mean, I have to really say she did push me into a lot of areas that I weren't comfortable in the church, as far as speaking at Sunday school and volunteering for certain things. She got me to be the president, actually to start this organization with young men. We called it the Junior Layman at that time. And she was like, yo, you need to go in there because it was started a long time ago and then it fizzled out, but you need to be a part of it and get it started because that's going to get, this and that. And I didn't know what it was, but she told me, go to the deacons meeting. I go to the deacons meeting. All these guys, they old. These cats are 65, 70, 80 years old. I'm sitting in, I go to the first meeting. I'm sitting there and they all there, and I'm just sitting in this corner, and they like, oh, this young man, he came here and to the deacon, and they old black men that's founded in the church and traditional and everything else. And at the end of their meeting, they allowed me to speak, and so I got up and I only had a few words to say. Thank you for letting me come, and I want to start the Junior Layman, and I'm getting this started, and I want to ask for support and help. And I mean, they were all up and yeah. They practically carried me out the building like I was some kind of savior. So I'm like, well, okay.
Like you were a superstar.
Yeah, like I was a superstar. And that went out and got word to the pastor, and they brought me up, and all of a sudden, now all this attention is coming to me, like I'm doing this, I'm doing that, when it was actually her that pushed me through. But that kind of brings up that saying, behind every great man there's a greater woman, or something like that. Anyway, but that we have fun with that. That's how those things happen, and life just began. We went together for a little bit and had some adventures.
No, we didn't.
Had some adventures, and I went to the Army.
So do you want me to tell the truth?
I went to the Army, and then
I guess not.
Go ahead, tell me. You got the floor. I don't know what you're gonna tell though. I already gave all the good parts.
You don't want me to
prepare. If you have anything to do, you gotta go to the restroom. If you want to take a break, go ahead. This is the time to go now.
No, I'm not gonna tell this long
This is the time to go now.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to throw in the fact that once you start to like boost the man's ego, and he starts to feel good about himself, and y'all kind of trying to be in a relationship, then he kind of feels like, oh, well, I can feel good about myself with you, with her, with her, with her, with her, with her, with her, with her. That's the problem we had. That's why we, kind of like stopped talking. Plus, he went in the military, and
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Like when you're 17 and 18 years old, it is extremely difficult to maintain a long distance relationship. And I guess we just really was, we were not ready for that. And it didn't happen. It wasn't supposed to happen.
It wasn't supposed to.
Things happened the way they were supposed to happen. He was supposed to get married to his wife. I was supposed to get married to his ex-wife. I was supposed to get married to my ex-husband, and we were supposed to learn those life lessons.
Get all those bumps and bruises out the way.
Get all those bumps and bruises out, and then, come back and find each other.
And find each other we did. It was actually a thin thread how that happened with Facebook and things like that. I mean, social media, I haven't been and still not quite the social media person.
Yeah.
But
I am.
But it just happened. We came across through that, and
through your sister.
Yeah, it was through my sister. She friended her.
His sister found me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And she friended me, and then
encouraged me. I mean, she pleaded me to get on, because I did have it up for, you know how it is when you first discover Facebook,
and it's all interesting
and it's new, and you're looking and you're seeing old high school people and people from church and people that you knew in the past, and you're going through the pictures. And for that first week or two, I was like, whoa, this is, oh man, look at this, look at that. Then I got bored of it because the content wasn't appealing. After I seen the pictures, and I started to see content like, oh, I'm in the, I'm having breakfast.
And the content wasn't appealing. He's so mature. You make me feel like, not immature, but the content is appealing to me. Like, I think that's a lot of the stuff on Facebook is funny.
I didn't get that. I really didn't get it. No,
and you still don't, because I can send you certain things now. Like, I'll send you memes, and then you'll text back.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
That makes me so mad. Like, I'll run across a meme and it will be hilarious, and I will text it to him and he will just write back, I don't get it.
I don't get it. I'm talking about when people were saying, I'm getting in the car and I'm going to buy me a pair of socks. I was like, and you took time to type that in and send it off.
Well, I be putting on there like going to Starbucks.
Yeah, but see, at that time and still now, to a degree, I'm like, well, some things. Come on now, but I get it. I get it now. It's content. Content.
If I want to post a picture of my Frappuccino and I know a million people drink Frappuccinos, you know what a Frappuccino look like, but it's my Frappuccino.
Yeah.
And I want to post a picture of it, and it's content.
But see, I had no idea how many people are interested. I mean, we're all interested in people. That's
we're people
why you're
watchers.
sitting there watching us now.
Right.
So that's what we used to do when we go out, and we were first dating. We pretty much broke.
Yeah.
Didn't have a whole lot to do, so we went to Lake Merritt over in Oakland, and we sat around and just
watched people. Yeah.
And it was always fun because we played little games. We were like, okay, that guy right there, I bet you ain't got no girlfriend.
Yeah, we would literally make up stories about the people that were walking around the lake. We would give them names,
look at Herbert. He's walking
occupations. Down. We would put them in relationships. I mean, everything. And we would sit there for hours and do that.
Hours. We were easily entertained. I miss that. I mean, we haven't done that in a while.
Well, for one, we don't live in Oakland anymore.
Yeah.
And we don't live in Oakland anymore.
Well, they redesigned.
Yeah, and they redesigned the lake.
So
but we're not going to drive 20 minutes just to sit. I mean, but
we can other places we
can do other things. So we are also in transition right now. We're in the process of buying a home. So we're going to do some videos around that too, like when we can, I guess, finally start going to actually look at homes, because right now a lot of the home tours are virtual. You can't actually go to the house like you used to be able to. So we're gonna do that. Can you tell how long we've been on here? Can you see?
I think 18 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. We're going to do that. We're just going to talk about a variety of topics. Like, I really do want us to be able to, really get into some deep topics, some, interesting conversations. A lot of people do have questions about relationships and how to maintain long-term relationships. And I do want to say this:
that's still funny.
We are not relationship experts. We are not perfect. We are humans. We have our issues just like everybody else,
as you should.
But I think we have learned how to deal with our issues. I don't want to say not professionally, but intellectually, and so that we don't hurt each other's feelings. Like, when I have a problem with him, I don't, just wild out with him and tell him I can't stand him, his breath stank, he ugly, and we don't do that kind of stuff. We talk to each other like,
what you mean you have a problem with me?
I said,
cut this camera off now.
I said, when I have a problem with you. I didn't say I had a problem with you right now, because if I had a problem with you right now, they would know it, because I wouldn't be saying nothing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is just a way for you to get in to know us. Hear some of our thoughts and things like that, and hear all the mistakes we make and the fun we have making them. That's what it's all about.
We making mistakes.
Yeah, we make a bunch of them. That's what learning is all about. Learning is, we got to get out and flap your wings and fall on the ground.
Yeah, but I just don't want people to think that take our advice with a grain of sand. If you like it, take it. If you don't, don't. We're not trying to be who we ain't, because we're just two normal people who happen to be in a loving relationship. We get along with each other, but we get along because we want to get along. We're in a healthy marriage because we want to be in a healthy marriage. We're doing what it takes to be in a healthy marriage, right?
Yeah, and that's a grain of salt.
What did I say? Grain of sand.
You can take it with a grain of grits. We don't care.
Hey, I don't care what you can take it with a grain of rice. I don't care what you take it with, but since it is a grain of salt, take it. I really said with a grain of sand.
It's cool.
But isn't sand and salt about the same texture, though?
When you taking grains, it don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter at that point. Grains are small, so. But take it with a grain of salt, okay? And come here with us. We're gonna try to do at least a podcast a week.
Yeah, unless something comes up. I mean, we're just us having fun. Don't take this seriously, please.
Yeah.
We may say some things that may inspire or make you laugh.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. We just out here
say
living.
something to make you upset.
And if we
don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Don't take it seriously. This is us being people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we are. We're just two people.
Nothing special.
Who both of us enjoy talking. We talk a lot to each other. He talks a lot. Okay.
She talks more.
They say that men only have 6,000 words a day. Like the word level for men is supposed to be much lower than the words used by women a day. But I think he exceeds his word limits for the day every day, because he can talk once he gets started, and once he starts to feel more comfortable with the camera. I think you will understand what I'm saying, because I do talk, and I am going to have to make sure that I'm not over talking him, because I am a talker. I'm a natural talker. I like to talk, and sometimes I have to control myself. Okay, that's just something that I've always had. So I think that's it. I think you kind of have an idea of who we are.
What a brown table talk is.
Yeah, brown table talk is just going to be us talking. We are the Browns. Mr. and Mrs. Brown.
And there is a brown table.
And there is a brown table. You just
can't see it.
Can't see it, but there is a brown table here.
Knock on wood.
So that's it. Brown table talk with the Browns.
Episode 1.
Episode 1. And we'll see you guys later. We love you. Bye. Was that too much?